Hey guys, Luke here. Thanks for joining me again on another whiskey tasting video. Today I'm going to do a comparison between Lagavulin 16 and Lagavulin 12, 2012 edition. So two videos ago I did a comparison between Lagavulin 16 and Ardbeg Ugadal. And some of the comments brought up other Lagavulin expressions, and I happen to have a Lagavulin 2012 edition on the shelf, so I thought I'd open it up and do a comparison. So Lagavulin 16 is the readily available Lagavulin. You'll see this on all the shelves, and it's a pretty good malt. But Lagavulin 12 is, well, at least this 2012 edition it's a little pricier, and it's packaged and made available quite differently from the Lagavulin 16. So it should be an interesting comparison. I believe the Lagavulin 12 is released every year. They'll do there's probably a 2013 edition available now, and it could be different now, but this should be an interesting comparison at the very least. So Lagavulin 16, colored, chill filtered. This is colored up to amber plus 2, and nose. Nice smokiness. I get the sherry. A little bit of a dried cherry going on. Sherry cask maturation with a little bit of dried cherry fruit. Smells thick. And with the sherry maturation, it smells to me like a sweaty, leathery kind of thing going on. It's difficult to get past the smoke and the sherry, and it's difficult to get past the smoke, period. And then if you can get to the sherry, it's even harder to get past that to whatever else is going on here, like any bourbon maturation that they may have going on in this whiskey. All right, taste. It coats your mouth with a nice, rich sweetness. The smoke slowly builds. And I can get that cherry, I do get that dried cherry again from the nose in the taste. And on the finish, it's nice, kind of medium long length. Like a sweet, warm smokiness going on, and if you let it go long enough, it gets to be kind of like a red wine taste, which is bitter, tannic kind of thing going on. Good. Let's add a little water and go to the 12. So this is bottled at 43%, doesn't need a whole lot of water. And the 12-year-old. Now this is like it's off the bottom of my amber scale. It's like amber -4 at least. There's like no color in here. So compared to the 16, like pale, very pale. And it is not chill filtered, which the 16 is. And when I add water to this, it does get cloudy. And on the nose, sake. Interestingly, coconut sake kind of nose. Interestingly, less smoke. Perhaps it's because I've already smelled the 16 and my nose is tired. I would expect it to have more smoke because it's a younger whiskey. It's a nice sweet lemon zest, but otherwise it's a pretty dry malt, single malt. And a nice almond nuttiness as well. It's good. It's nice, well-rounded, but not held up by sherry like the 16 is. It doesn't have that rich dried fruit sweetness. Okay, taste. The taste is a journey, and it's still going. It starts out just, you get a little bit of that sake, coconut thing, and the smoke is slowly building the whole time. A little bit nutty. And then it kind of, once the smoke reaches that climax, it explodes. And you finish, get to the finish, and it finishes, again, medium long length. More dry smoke than the 16, which is expected because I don't believe there's much sherry involved in this. And I get just a little bit of corn syrup, like a younger whiskey, like a blended whiskey would have. And then getting towards the end of the finish, again, Lagavulin character seems to be a little bit of red wine, bitterness going on. Okay, a little water. Well, a lot of water. This is 56%. I'm going to bring it down a good bit. We'll go back to the 16. Yeah, so now that my nose is tired of, I can't smell smoke very well anymore. This smells like a sherried whiskey. It reminds me of like Bunnahabhain. The dried cherries are really forward now. And it's a little bit more malty than when I first smelled it. Taste. It's really wild how much that my mouth and my nose are tired of the smokiness. I get used to it, and then you can taste a completely different whiskey almost. It just tastes like a sherry whiskey almost. It was very rich again, sweetness. A little bit of more brown sugar, I'm noticing. And finish-wise, I think the water helps because I'm not getting as much of that bitterness that you get with Lagavulin at bottle strength, 43%. So with a little bit of water, it helps. Okay, let me have a sip of water here. And back to the 12 with a little water. Could probably use a little bit more here, but we'll see what we get. Yeah, so I'm still getting the sake thing going on, but I'm getting more melon and like pineapple. I like the nose on this. It's a really nice bourbon matured peated whiskey expression. They're not cheesing it with some sherry maturation. They're just doing a really good job of a peated bourbon matured whiskey, it seems like. Oh, that sake note is really interesting. Little bit more wood, charcoal. Still getting the coconut sake thing. A little dusty, perhaps? Dusty woodiness kind of thing, like twigs. And again, still the finish hasn't changed much. Dry smoke. It just fills your mouth with like a cloud of smokiness. A very interesting whiskey. All right, so comparing the two, Lagavulin 16, I think I've already rated this at a 90 out of 100. I think I'll stick with that. And the Lagavulin 12 is a 2012 edition. This is a 91 out of 100. I think it's better. Perhaps not chill filtering it and not coloring it has made it better. I think basically because it doesn't have that sherry, it's just a more clean expression. It's the same. It's sort of the same reason I like Ardbeg Corey Vrecken more than Ardbeg Uigeadail. It's because they're doing a really good job of very clean peated whiskey, and I like that a lot. So yeah, Lagavulin 12, good stuff. Both of these you can't go wrong with. If you have the budget for the 12, give it a shot. I think you'll like it. Bye-bye.